This is Double A with another MyNBA2K16 video. Having to do this kind of old school in a sense. Have a segment at the end, so if you're here for the gaming, then I'm going to give a pause, but I'm going to take this off real quick here. Go to the game screen here. I've had a good day. Good pulls recently. Waiting on network here. So yeah, I completed a season. Went all the way with it. Nothing but bots. So got into the finals with ease. Wound up walking away with an all-star Wally Serbiak card. Gonna have to learn how to pronounce that. So wasn't the Magic Johnson card that I was looking for, but I would take it nonetheless. Helps my small forward game out very well. Did a pack opening earlier as well, a throwback Thursday, and wound up went and getting a couple of legendary Larry Birds, one right after the other, and also got an ultra rare. Where's that at? Ultra rare Adrian Dantley. And pretty much got abilities and enhancements, not enhancements, but got abilities and specialization upgrades. Team-wise, it helped my perks out, winning that season. So now we just need about 3 more to see what the new team perk is. We got the Rivals Clash coming up in just a few hours here. It's going to be Pistons against Jazz. And I'm liking the fact that there's really nothing that makes either side stand out more than the others. Only thing that I'm seeing that would make it stand out is if you're going for the ultra rare, in the fact that you have a rookie star as opposed to just a regular, but everything else is normal. So if you're playing that, good luck with what you're doing there. Feeling pretty happy about how things are going with the game and all that. Anything else? Oh, okay. One more thing here. Give a shout out to MTL4202 who says, "Hey, can you shout me out on YouTube? I'm a Buck fan." Thinking he said big fan, but you never know. He could like crickets or locusts or things of that nature. So not gonna fault him for that. So definitely glad that most of you guys are watching out there, liking the videos, subscribing to them, things of that nature. Jumping into, let me see here, get into some results real quick here. Last time I did a video mentioning any results would have been this past Monday, so a lot has occurred since then. Going to MyNBA2K16 for this. So stop. I hate it when this does that from time to time. Guess I got to do this a bit slowly. Like I said, I tried doing this a couple of times earlier, but guess I wound up talking too much. So I'm going to have to do it this way because what I have to say is kind of important later. Like I say, if you're just here for the gaming, then I'm going to give this to you first. So Monday, Oklahoma went over the Warriors. On Tuesday, the Cavaliers went over to the Raptors. And on Wednesday, the Warriors went over Oklahoma City. Now today, Cleveland takes on Toronto in Game 2 of their series. Tomorrow, Cleveland takes on Toronto in Game 3. Oklahoma takes on the Warriors in Game 3 of their series. Toronto takes on Cleveland in Game 4 of their series. And then Tuesday, we'll take it as we see it on if I do a Rookie Stars opening on that day. If you want to know a good page to go to, a good fan page, it's a nice celebratory page. It's on Facebook at MyNBA2K16, MyNBAMobile.com. Like I said, it's a good celebratory team page. Congratulations to Raymond here for getting a season reward for Paul Pierce. Let me see here. Congratulations goes out to Luca for a wonderful reset. It's always good to have a three stat 1100 plus star. Really can't go wrong with that. I have a Stephen Curry like that. Been definitely winning. And all types of other wonderful resets as well. This guy wants the Karl Malone in the Rivals Clash, so I hope he gets that. Lots of other good fun stuff there. If you want to keep up to date with the official ongoings of NBA 2K, the video game, mobile-wise that is, you can visit them on Facebook at MyNBA2K. Nothing about Rivals Clash yet, but hopefully that occurs soon. So that's going to wrap up the gaming aspect of it. I'm going to give you some time, if you're just here for that, to go ahead and log out. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for visiting. Hope you come back real soon. Throw a like or subscribe on it. So thanks for coming. So if you're back now, going to discuss a little serious matter here. Something that's been kind of biting at me for a bit here. Bringing this up for a reason. Now, as you can see, this is a game called WWF with Authority. It was the card game that was played online way before WWE Supercard even came around. They would give you 3 free packs to play with. You could buy packs without any problem, but they gave you stuff basically for free that you could play with. They had WrestleMania packs. They had No Way Out packs, pretty much focused around the NWO. They had a few specialized packs along the way. At one time, they had a server issue which knocked them out of action for about a good 2 to 3 weeks. Now, they informed people of it in advance, and while people were upset, we had a bulletin board that we could deal with, that they kept us up to date. But for the most part, we stayed in touch. We had a community going on, and we still shared tips. We still shared stories. We still got along with everyone, and it was cool. When the game came back up, it was like, okay, we're back up, we're playing again. No one asked for packs, no one asked for any compensation. Why? Because they were just happy to get back up and running. That was just the type the game was. And if it wasn't for financial issues overall, I believe this game would have lasted a lot longer than it did. With that mindset in mind, and with that there, the inspiration for this video, for this part of the video, comes from a conversation that was had. I eventually started off with a simple question, pulling a star contract. Mr. Dan Davis, aka NWA Game Dad, said something about everyone isn't entitled to everything in the game. Preston Divine at Divine Inspired said nearly everything in the game can be had completely free, yet people still cry about money grabs. If we get back into the game real quick here, everything that's in here you could pretty much almost get, with the exception of Rivals Clash or Road to Championship. Of course, that all depends on if you're focused on it. But if I go into the Get Cards section, the only thing that you really can't get right off the bat is the Grades pack. That one you have to put a little money towards, but that's really the one card that you can't get without putting any money on it. That's the only thing. I mean, you could purchase the All-Star pack, you could purchase the Hall of Fame pack, you could purchase the Record Setter pack, with the possibility of getting said cards. However, if you get into a season, you could see that you could get these cards as well. So you get a star card, a star record setter. I'm in the playoff tier, so this is what I could possibly go away with. You could go with a random playoff card, a playoff all-star Hall of Fame, or a record setter. If I have a good enough deck and I beat the right amount of people, then I could get a card pretty easily without pretty much stress. So I don't really have to spend the money. I mean, essentially, you could spend to like upgrade your energy, but if you play enough, then you could fill your energy that way. But I don't have to spend any money with this. With Rivals Clash, if you're focused and you have time, you could get a card pretty easily. Now, most of us work and pretty much want to have that added edge, so we could purchase the doubler packs to work our way towards getting those quality cards as well. With Road to the Championship, I've seen some people do alarm settings pretty much every hour so that they can get in there, play, go about their way, and then come back, play, and then keep going to work their way towards getting that card. So yeah, they don't have to pay anything. They just have to wait patiently for things to happen. Um, with Blacktop Challenge, you don't have to pay anything. You just have to wait patiently. Although they've designed it to where you can get cards, or you can get cards a little bit faster by just putting in some credits. But for the most part, if you have enough patience, you can get all of these. For instance, it took me about a week or two to get a basketball, but I did get it and was able to fill it out. Now with the change, I'm kind of impatient and could therefore put some credits in there to get the car a little bit sooner. But if you wait long enough, it could happen. But yeah, everything in this game you could essentially get if you have patience, if you have time, if you have the know-how, just to do it. So now putting the focus back on me. Pop this back up here. Now, thing is, I've seen games like Yu-Gi-Oh! I've seen other online games. I've seen games in general and life in general. You never hear anyone say, "Oh no, those dumb Yu-Gi-Oh makers making me buy an Exodia pack because they know I want the Exodia." If you walk into a Burger King, you could have your choice of a burger, of a regular hamburger or a Whopper. You pay a little bit more. If you go to like a Magic Mountain or Disneyland, for instance, you never hear anyone say it's a money grab. You go and you have fun. It's like, yeah, you were excited. You can't really go into a Best Buy and ask for a free 55-inch HD Ultra 4X 4K TV and get it. You can't walk into a car lot and say, "Hey, I'd like to get an Acura NSX for free." Can you? No, you got to pay for it. Got to put out some money there. And I have gamers in my feed. I see people that play Candy Crush. I see people that play Clash of Clans. I see people play all kinds of other games, but I really hear them complain that, oh, the game that they're playing is a money grab. But when it comes to WWE Supercard, when it comes to MyNBA2K, when it comes to NHL Supercard, and I know it might be a few people, but to see the disrespect that people have, feeling that they're entitled to more than what they're really offered, is kind of embarrassing to me as a gamer and as a person, that these people think that they're owed more than they really are. I mean, like I said, go into places. If you wanna do something, if you want to experience something, if you want to have something, you got to put out a little something. It's a business model. That's all it is. It's a business model for how things work. You have games that put out expansion packs that you have to pay a little bit of money for. I played Diablo 2, and I pretty much wanted to get to the evil cow level. So I put out a little money to get a character that allowed me to do so. I could have played for a while and got in there in time, but I was kind of curious to see what it was like and just wanted a super powered character, so therefore I put in the money and did what I needed to do. There are some games that don't give you that option, that you pretty much have to play for a bit to get to that. But sometimes you do have the option of getting a higher powered character, higher power creature, higher power monster, higher power spaceship. If you put out a little bit, it's a business model. I mean, these places aren't going to stay in business just by putting things out there. If you look at the games, I mean, recently they've offered ad base for additional draft picks, but for the most part, there really hasn't been any ads attached to it.
If you go into the game, there are no ads attached to it at all. If you go into the App Store, if you tap on the button, you'll see it's free. And when you get into the game, they give you free cards to work with. You could use what they give you and work your way up that way too. You don't pay for that. I mean, you could choose to pay to increase your deck with the All Stars, with the record setters, with the Hall of Fames, with the greats, with foil packs, things of that nature. I know I've done it, and I've known a few other people that have done it. And like I said, that's just the business model. I have a friend that does online videos through YouTube and Twitch. You may know him. His name is Super Zom Barbecue, and he's a very dedicated player. He has subscribers, and I'm sure he uses the money that he gets from that to buy packs. But that's his way. That's his nature. That's his way of putting the game out there and making it more visible. But for some reason, people don't like him. People think that, oh, he's working for Cat Daddy because he's being positive, because he's putting a better slant on things. It's like, what's wrong with putting a positive slant on things? And for all rights, we all do work for Cat Daddy. We work for any company that we put money towards. Like, for instance, I work for Burger King. I don't work for Burger King personally, but I work for Burger King whenever I go to work, get my paycheck, and go spend money on their food. If I buy a pack, I'm working to get the money to pay for the pack. So in essence, we're all working for, if we buy packs, for Cat Daddy, for 2K, for anything. But that's what we do because we want to enhance our pack and support the company that puts out the game. Because, as I said, they don't really charge you to actually play. They charge you if you want to enhance your deck, but they don't charge you to play. And that really bugs me even more so when people say, oh, it's just a money grab. Oh, they're just out for my money. It's like, it's a business model. And it really embarrasses me when I see people just completely be disrespectful and say and verbally bash and verbally abuse. I don't know why we've gotten to this environment in terms of Twitter, in terms of Facebook, in terms of this, there where we feel that we could just be bullies and just say whatever we want and think that there's not going to be any retribution as a result of it. Because to see some of the comments that I've seen is really sad and really is unwarranted for the most part by people who pretty much need counseling, in my opinion. Like I said, they may be few and far between. I know a lot of you people out there may be agreeing with me, may be saying you're just preaching to the choir. But to those of you that just think that you could like bash people for no particular reason and complain about a business model when you think that you should be getting stuff for nothing, that's kind of embarrassing. Too many people nowadays feel that they're entitled, like I said, to things that they really don't get owed, don't get paid to them. Like I said, I've seen some pretty evil, some pretty mean, some pretty nasty quotes, some pretty mean statements that really, for a game company, they really don't deserve that treatment. With this, I'm not being paid. I'm not being endorsed by Cat Daddy. I'm not being endorsed by 2K. It just comes from the heart. But seriously, why act that way? Why be that way towards people? I mean, I see comments geared towards Game Dad, that towards Mr. Davis, that, like I said, makes me embarrassed. That's like, what more do you want? I mean, they could put out something extraordinary. They could put something out fantastic. They could put something that helps out everybody, everyone, ecstatically and wonderfully. And yet there's still going to be someone complaining about it. Still thinking that they're owed a little bit more. Still thinking that they're due a little bit more than what they're being given. And still complaining about it. For what? For what? If something's going wrong, I mean, I've commented on things, but never with the vitriol, never with that evil streak. If something happens that's bad, then by all rights, you have that right to complain about it. But complain wisely and complain constructively. Constructive criticism goes a long way to ensuring that things work out for the best, as opposed to just being evil, mean, and nasty. There are people that just like to complain for no reason at all. And why do they do that? Been wanting to vent about that for a while. Figured this was the best time to do it, considering the fact that I'm seeing it happen more and more on a regular basis from people thinking that they're owed more. Not only on the game, but in life as well. Thinking that they're owed more. When it comes to gaming, when it comes to retail, when it comes to places that make money, they have business models in place to allow them to make money. Because on the gaming side, you have developers that need to get paid. You have the server people that need to get paid. You have the staff that need to get paid. You have all these people that need to get paid. And the only way they could do that is have a business model out which allows them to make money so that they can pay people. I mean, where you work right now, if you are working someplace right now, you get paid for what you do, don't you? They don't have you come in working for free, unless you're doing good volunteer work. Where you're working right now, you're not going there for free. Every week, every 2 weeks, you're getting a paycheck. I'd love to see those of you out there that are complaining that it's a money grab to not accept money. Just go into your employer and say, hey, I feel I'm grabbing money from you. Here's your money back. I don't want it. I don't need it. Take it. It's yours. Right now, you're thinking I'm crazy. You're thinking no one's going to do that. You're thinking no one's going to be sane enough to think that way. And you know what? You're right. So why do you think that you're entitled to more than you really are, and complain about companies doing things that are money grabs, when the only reason that you could complain about them is because they're in business making the money from selling their product to keep themselves afloat and in business? Just something to think about. Something to keep in mind there. If you like to comment, I'm open. You can leave me a comment down below. You could drop me a thing through the game as well. Many ways of reaching me. Drop a comment. Go ahead. If you agree with me, drop a comment. If you disagree with me, drop a comment. If you think I'm insane, drop a comment. If you think that I'm out of my mind, drop a comment. If you think I'm making sense, drop a comment. I am curious to hear what your thoughts are with what I'm talking about. Seriously, I want to hear your thought process. If you agree with me, drop a comment. If you disagree, drop a comment. If you agree with me, retweet this, share it with your people, send it around. If you don't agree with me, share it around so your friends can see how crazy people are. I dare you. I want you to. Drop a comment. Tell me what you think. That's going to be it for me today. Next video I do will be back to the gaming style that you're used to. Back to the fun, friendly environment. So, that's it for me today. For Double A, for Albert Guerrier. See you next time. Bye for now.